flight to cure, making the correct diagnosis for the fastest, rapid recovery possible. All right, golfers, let's get into it.
Jess Frank's got the tips to save your day.
Okay, the flight to cure, all right, is used by medical doctors across the world to make the correct diagnosis and then find the fastest way to recovery to help somebody get better. And that is the way I approach every golf lesson. So I thought, what a perfect way to draw parallels from a doctor, a swing doctor, to helping somebody get better faster immediately, okay? And so the system, the stack and tilt system, the grid, everything, the 10 words that I use on a daily basis, understanding contact, low point control, understanding ball flight, and then working your way back to see what's going on in the golf swing to help somebody and get them that correct flight to cure. And so I would say the biggest thing that I see out on a driving range on a daily basis is that people move their hips backwards, okay? They shift to the right, move their hips back, swing across the ball while bending their arms at the same time. So that's a lot of chaos going on. So the flight to cure is eliminating that chaos, right? So my first 2 words in a golf lesson is just making sure that you keep your weight forward. So if I put this club across my shoulders, it becomes really easy. As I do this, as I move my shoulders in a circle, I'm tilting to the left, turning to the right. My weight's on my left leg. Now I can move back forward again and around. And you can see how my body moves around in an arc, okay? So keeping the weight forward are 2 words, weight forward. If I had only 2 words to tell someone, I would be telling them to keep their weight forward. That is what Andy Plummer always says. He always says if he had only 2 words to tell somebody on a golf course, he would say weight forward. That would be the key for you. So as I do that, as I swing forward, weight forward, you can see it's not my upper body. I'm not moving this part forward. It's my lower center moving forward, okay? So that's really important to understand that. So moving the weight forward. So I'm gonna hit a shot, just thinking weight forward. And I can't hit it any better than that. I'd take that all day. Has a nice little draw on it. So weight forward. And you could practice just hitting 4, 5, 6 shots, weight forward. Practice, even if, like I always talk about little swings, you know, you could practice weight forward with little swings like this here. That would be helpful. So from this point on, what you can do as well is that the weight forward part is going to help you stay more centered in the backswing. So weight forward, okay? So the next thing I like to talk to people about, because I see this all the time, is how they keep their arms straight, okay? So if I go from setup, which is P1, to P2, you can see is that my trail arm, my right arm is straight. So many golfers bend their arms right off the bat. They don't even realize they're doing it because they're not moving their body correctly. So if I keep my right arm straight, okay, turn my shoulders in a circle, now you can see that looks a lot different. When golfers come to me, they're often bending their arms like this here. And then that radius is all chaotic and you can't hit the ball. So if I go weight forward, arm straight, so weight forward, arm straight, and you can see my arm straight out in front. So I'm gonna hit a little shot just like that. Weight forward, arm straight. That's really solid right there. So I could hit shots like that all day. So my weight's forward. I feel about 95% of my weight on my left leg, very little weight on my right leg. My arms are straight, my elbows are together. So you can see that right there. So most golfers that come to me, the weight and the hips are back, arms are bent. So weight forward, arms straight. Now, the next 2 words that I would use for someone who is doing that turning, because they're usually turning too much, right, is start to understand the tilt part of the swing. So in a golf swing, you're tilting to the left and turning to the right, okay? Tilting to the left, turning to the right. I have extension of my spine. All that stuff is really good. And then on the way through, I'm tilting to the right and turning to the left. So I'm tilting to the left, turning to the right, tilting to the right, turning to the left. So I'm going to do that, and I call that shoulder down. So I can go weight forward, arm straight, shoulder down, left shoulder down, right shoulder down, left shoulder down, right shoulder down. So here we go. Hit a little shot here. Can't hit it any better than that. A nice little tight little draw there. Again, the flight to cure, 6 words. I know it's going to help your game. Let's take it down the line from there. Okay, golfers, so what do medical doctors and golf instruction professionals have in common? We both want to find you the correct and the fastest flight to cure. So what does the flight to cure mean? The flight to cure is making the correct diagnosis and then finding the fastest and most efficient way to recovery so you can get better as a patient, right? So if you're hitting the ball fat, you know, I'm going to do the correct thing, make the correct diagnosis, and give you the correct medicine for you to hit the ball better. And so that is something controlling your low point. So what we do here now is that often I see, and I'm going to give you an example of what I see mostly here at Deer Creek, people are shifting their weight to the right, turning their shoulders to level, then they spin their hips. They're also bending their arms and they're hitting across the ball, behind the ball, and they're slicing it, losing distance, and all that stuff there. So the first thing that I would say to give you the fastest way to recovery, so we made the diagnosis, right? Weight, you're hitting it fat, weight back, arms bending, and turning to level, right? So to fix that, what we would do is we'd start with first the weight forward. So that would be weight on the left leg, turning the shoulders in a circle, having the weight forward, and hitting a little shot out there. So I'm going to just work on weight forward. So just hit a nice little chip shot there. Okay, so that's weight forward number 1. Okay, I did not hit it fat, right? So weight forward would be weight on the left, moving the weight forward on the downswing, hitting the low point in front of the ball. So from here, weight forward. Now we would say arms straight. So as most golfers, when they turn back, they're bending their arms too fast, because they're shifting. What happens, they're shifting their weight. Their trail leg is bent. For me, my right leg is bent. They bend their arms to get up, and they're flexed forward in the backswing. So what we do is we say, okay, let's turn the shoulders in a circle, keep my arms straight. So right arm straight, and then as I go through, right arm straight, both arms straight. So I go back, right arm straight, the right wrist starts to bend a little bit, but now I have that control of the radius. As I come back down, hitting the back of the ball, both arms straight, right? So I don't see this left arm. I see this all the time. Boom, that front arm, left arm for right-hand golfers, you got that chicken wing, right? We got to eliminate that. So we're going to go weight forward, arms straight, back and forth here. And really solid. So I can hit shots like that all day. See, I can hold my finish, arms are straight. Okay, weights forward. I got about 95, 96% of my weight on my left leg. Arms are straight from there. So those are 4 words that can fix and help in the diagnosis that I have for you in the flight to cure, right? So now the last part to this would be most people, again, they're turning too much, turning inflection, arms bending, weight back, right? Hip behind it. So the next thing we're going to understand is that in a golf swing, in the backswing, you're tilting to the left and turning to the right. So left shoulder down, okay, shoulder down. Then I'm coming back through the ball, and then the right shoulder is down. So shoulder down, shoulder down, shoulder down, shoulder down. So weight forward, shoulder down, weight forward, shoulder down, arms straight. And again, just a little 3/4 shot right there. I can play that way all day long, okay? Most golfers don't know that at impact, the best players in the world have upwards of 91% of their weight on their left leg at impact, okay? So I see the majority of golfers out here, when they come to the lesson, they have probably 60, 70% of their weight on their trail leg. So that's extremely important to understand that, right? So you don't want to have that much weight on your back foot because it will cause havoc in your swing path, it could cause havoc in your club face, and what happens, then you can't hit it solid, right? So that's what I struggled forever. I was turning too much. I never understood the tilting part. As you know, watching my videos, I love the word tilt. So as I do this, I'm tilting to the left, turning to the right, tilting to the right, turning to the left. So the word tilt, anytime I always work on this, I always say this, every time I work on tilt, I hit the ball better, right? So in my backswing, tilting to the left, turning to the right, tilting to the right, turning to the left. And that's really solid right there. I'll take that all day long. So again, tilting to the left, turning to the right, tilting to the right, turning to the left. So shoulder down, weight forward, shoulder down, arms straight. Here we go. all the way through. And that's about as good as I can hit a golf ball right there. So flight to cure, used by myself and all my golf lessons, getting the correct diagnosis of what's going on in your golf swing, and then finding the fastest, easiest way to recovery. And that's what I'm all about. And hopefully this video helps you do that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. I've got an unbelievable opportunity for you. You can now work with me from anywhere in the world. I have my new Swing Mastery online golf lesson program. Really simple to do. You send me your swings. I send you customized lessons back. I can send you customized drills depending on what you need to work on with your game. It's an awesome way to work with me personally, one-on-one, if you can't make it here to Deer Creek Golf Club. And I hope you join. Hit the link in the description below, and I look forward to helping you. All right, golfers, the flight to cure, making the correct diagnosis of what's going on in your game and finding the fastest, most efficient way to recovery. That's what I'm all about. That's why I love making these videos, to help you play better golf. So please subscribe, please like, please leave a comment, share it out with your friends. It only helps for me to grow my channel so I can bring you more great content to help your game, and I'll see you soon.